The summer update will happen in 1 week. How do I know this? Well, basically, map emails have been sent out on July 1st. What this means is basically Valve sent out a bunch of emails to mappers who got their stuff in the game. Valve always does this before an update. They typically do it about 2 to 3 weeks before the update actually drops to basically warn them and say, hey, you got your stuff in. Can you look at it, make sure everything's update ready, all assets are ready so that there's no errors, any missing textures, all that jazz. Now, note how I said 2 to 3 weeks before an update, but Cypherlock, how is it going to be released next week then? Well, Valve is doing something weird where in the email, they stated they want everything done by the end of this week. That would be the 7th. Everything. Make sure the entire update is ready on the mapper side. That is wild. We haven't seen something like that before. I speculate Valve is trying to ride the hype of the recent ban waves that have been happening. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. It's pretty easy to find. But basically, Valve has been doing a great job over the past few days of banning bots, making sure everything's banned. All the bot hosters are taken care of. All of that. I think mostly like 99% of bots are gone. Casual is completely free. So I'm theorizing Valve is probably trying to ride the hype and get the update out now as soon as possible. As to what maps specifically are in the update, we're not quite sure. Mappers are being very tight-lipped about what maps exactly are being added. Probably due to last year's fiasco, where several maps got leaked.
Snooping as usual, I see.
But what we do know, and I have several sources confirming this, we have at least 8 maps being added. Possibly more. Who knows? We got, I think, about 14 last year, so we have confirmed at least 8 maps getting in this update. Now, this next part is more speculation on what else is going to be part of the update. In terms of new game modes, probably not. I'm gonna guess no to VScript new game modes, such as like what we saw last year. We saw Versus Sex and Hail, we saw Zombie Infection, we saw a bunch of new like creative VScript modes. I'm guessing not, because Eric explicitly has stated that this update will be relatively small. They're pulling it back from what we saw last year and doing a normal summer update. I don't think Valve would mandate mappers to have everything done by only the end of this week. That is such a time crunch for something new and a new game mode, because last year the Sex and Hell was a whole fiasco and it got delayed like several times. I think it got delayed an extra 2 weeks, so we had to wait a full month after map emails got sent out just because of all the fiasco. So I don't think Valve is going to add new game modes, new VScript stuff. Hats, yeah, obviously, of course Valve is going to add hats. When have they not added new hats or cosmetics in an update? Of course. Unusuals, yes. Unusuals, of course. Taunts, yes. That too. All those 3 are pretty much a given. But war paints? That I'm not so sure about. This is one I'm very much speculating on. We haven't seen any new war paints in the last 2 updates. The last one we got was last summer, which was by far one of the best performing war paint cases out there. I unboxed so many of them, and so many people other did. I can only imagine how much money was made off of that case. The last 2 updates? Absolutely nothing. Zilch. Some people speculate it's because Valve isn't wanting to bloat the market with more war paints that they've been making too many, been adding too many to the game, but I'm not so sure about that. Because, like, why don't they think about that with unusual effects, which is weird for me as an unusual effect creator to say, but Valve has added, I think it was 76 effects last year alone. We have so many unusual effects, but war paints? Well, they choose unusual effects over war paints? Weird. I don't know. In terms of what else might be on the update, who knows? Valve might implement some new fixes. I know one fix that they're going to be making, which is a patch to one of the old Halloween crates, where currently, right now, if you unbox it, there is a tiny small chance that you might unbox an unusual from a year that is completely discontinued. You could get a Hellfire. One of my friends got a Spellbound from that crate. So currently, you could in theory unbox those. They're damn expensive to unbox. They're about like $250 per crate to unbox. But currently, I know that's a fix that Valve is implementing. That's one. Other fixes, who knows? I have no idea. I'm praying Valve continues to update VAC and continue with the ban waves and all that. That is something we really want to see happen. Speaking of which, if you don't know, a couple of weeks ago, everyone decided to start boycotting Valve financially, not giving any money to the game at all, to TF2. Are people still going to be boycotting this update? I'm not sure. Based on community response, it seems like the majority of people are, though, surprisingly. We as a community are very happy that Valve has given us exactly what we want. But the thing is, Valve is a company that has time and time again given us what we want for a couple weeks and then dropped off the face of the planet completely. And casual will be bot filled again. So I completely understand why people are still boycotting until Valve shows their hand that they want to keep maintaining this game. They want to do that trail mode work. What I want to know, though, is if you are boycotting the update. Let me know if you're boycotting this, if you're going to give Valve any money during this, and for how long you're going to be boycotting. I would love to know this. So let me down in the comments, and yeah.